Well, good evening. This is Longhaultanker, straight razor shaving with Longhaultanker, and it's the 29th of April 2022 at approximately 10 minutes to 9 p.m. Pacific time. I am in Eloy, Arizona. Not far from you, Dave, not far. Don't have time to stop though. I'm under a load and I gotta move on through tomorrow morning. Anyway, got 48 hours worth of growth on my face. Now let's go over the equipment. We're using a C-MON HF hand forged, beautiful example of American steel. I don't know, I heard that the gentleman that was behind the making of these was a German working in Sullivan, razor maker, comes to America, takes up his craft, and makes these beautiful C-MON razors. Now, for our soap, we're going to use the Bigelow premium shave cream. It's got the eucalyptus, wintergreen fragrance to it. And for our brush this evening, we're going to use the QED Manchurian Silvertip Badger, beautiful brush, very soft, delightful bristles. And I would say it's easily as soft as any synthetic. I would regard these bristles to be, and these knots to be, among the best I have ever experienced. So, yeah, not worried about that at all. Yeah, one more dollop into the brush, and that should be enough for right now. We can always put more on later. Had a very interesting day getting from Los Angeles, the LA wash rack, which is a tanker washout facility. And what a morning. What a morning. I have been the victim of a crime. Seriously. But let's get this started first. No, I got there yesterday at about 12:30 in the afternoon. Left Portland on Tuesday, drove to Roseburg, then from Roseburg to Santa Nella, California, from Santa Nella, California to LA Wash Rack in Los Angeles at about 12:30 yesterday afternoon. And hit the bunk. You know, they had the things, they had the trailer to wash from 12:30 till I got up at 5 a.m. this morning intending to hook up and depart to San Diego for my 9 o'clock appointment time. And so I got up, got dressed this morning, 5 o'clock. At about 15-20 minutes after 5, stepped out of the truck, got everything secured away, got the curtains open. You know, there's a lot of step-by-step stuff you got to do just to start your day and secure everything in the truck. And I went to go look for my trailer, and it was still in the wash rack. It had a wash ticket on it, which meant it was done, but the yard truck was underneath it. And it was 5:15 and nobody was there, and they didn't open until 6 o'clock. And if you know anything about traffic in LA, you've got to, whatever route planning you do going into, out of, you've always got to add on an extra hour minimum to make sure you're going to get. So I had planned to leave there at 5:30 this morning. I didn't get out there till 7. Let me tell you this story real quick. So the employees, they got there, and it's a tight place, lots and lots of chemical trailers packed into a very small, dangerous configuration. And so the guy pulls the trailer out of the wash bay, brings it around and stops it, drops it in the lane that I've got to back up to and exit out. And some knothead comes along and pulls in the driveway and pulls right square in front of me. I got nowhere to go behind me. I got nowhere to go in front. So what's going to happen? You know? And so by this time, I'm already well engaged in the process of hooking up the trailer, inspecting the trailer, securing items on the trailer. And the guy gets out of his truck, comes over to me and says, "You need to move your ass." Where? I will say that I did not try to play nice with this guy. I was already an hour late. I was perturbed. I was not going to stop what I was doing just to accommodate him, as if I even could. Now, I say I was the victim of a crime. While I was inspecting my trailer, I got a flashlight out, I've got a screwdriver out, I've got a couple other little implements. And I've lost things before, flashlights, screwdrivers, set them on the fender of the trailer while you're inspecting, walk away from it, get in the tractor and drive away, and the items will roll off the fender and you lose them. That happens. Over 10 years I have had lost or stolen 4 good flashlights. And so I had used the flashlight and I was done with it. And my habit is to set it on the step going into the cab of the truck on the driver's side, so I don't forget it. That's, you know, you create backups and redundancies so you don't forget things, right? And so my flashlight was sitting on that step when that guy came over and started yelling at me. And I was at the rear of the trailer inspecting the discharge valves and the hand jack. Then I moved from there to the right side of the trailer to the ladder and went up top to check the dome and inspect it, make sure everything was good and proper there. And now I'm done, I'm coming down. I walk around to the rear again for a final brief look over inspection. And then I walked to the cab to get in, and I didn't see the flashlight. That is to say, I didn't notice that it was there or not there because it wasn't there. I took no notice of its absence. Later in the day, when I had need of the flashlight, and I went to reach for it in its usual place, it wasn't there. And it dawned on me. Of course, by now I'm 100 miles away. It dawned on me that as that guy walked back to his truck and he saw my flashlight sitting on the step there, that he just stole it. And I believe that because I did not notice it and would have noticed it. I did not notice it stepping up and getting into the cab. It was not on the step. And the only reasonable explanation is that he took it. He took it. And that burns me up. He was vulgar, thuggish, anyway, you get the idea. So I was an hour and a half late, and not to mention the traffic going out of Los Angeles on I-5 South was horrendous, horrendous. 4 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour for almost, 40 minutes. So I was an hour late getting away from the washout rack. I was an hour and a half late getting to my load appointment. Nobody seemed to care. So everything went well and fine. And from San Diego to over here in Eloy is about a 6-hour drive. The razor is performing magnificently. My head shave tonight will probably be a standard head shave. I'm not going to try and do the whole head, but my usual top and trimming on the side. I don't want to nick myself going down the back and have blood run down the head, back of my head, trying to walk out of here this evening, tonight. But I think I'm probably done with the sideburns for a while. So I've been away from home for just nearly the entire month of April, which is an extraordinarily long time for me to be away from home. And I'm very anxious to get home for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is I miss my wife, even after only being gone for a week when she left Portland. Okay. I got the 3 new soaps at home that I'm anxious to give it a try. Give the Martin de Condre a try. The truck stop here is just not much to talk about. Their shower system is not connected into their app where you can sit in your truck and wait for your number to get called up. So you got to come in and get your place in line and stand and wait because they have no monitors. It's just almost abuse of the elderly, you know? I got a friend that reminds me that abuse of the elderly is a felony. I called ahead to make sure that their showers were working, because I remember the last 2 or 3 times I've been here that they were not working. Oh yeah, they're working. Well, kind of. The shower rooms themselves are fine. The system that supports it, not so much. That's almost necessary. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. So if you're watching me on YouTube tonight, I want to say thank you. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, leave a comment. I'd appreciate anything you got to say. My subscriber number has jumped a little bit. I got close to or right at or just a little over 50, and I appreciate that. I've got a couple of videos now that are pushing 200 views, which is shocking to me, and I thank you all for that. Go over and take a look at the shaving cadre. We've got one of our Zoom calls coming up on Sunday, which I'm very much looking forward to. Yes, that's very good. Very good indeed. So as my wife and I sometimes do, we will allot a certain amount of money that we can go spend on whatever we want to. And we've done that again coming off of going into and coming out of the vacation. And so I'm looking at, razors. I got enough razors, I think, for right now in rotation. And there's a brush I'm looking at. A very nice brush. Some of you guys, and this question just popped in my head, some of you fellas out there, fellow shavers, wet shavers, straight razor shavers, if you're the kind of fella that has a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff, razors, brushes, soaps, but if you were going to get one thing more, something nice, what would you get? What would you get? And I'm going to throw in the caveat, if price was not an object, what would you get? And I'm going to ask you to not go artisan on me. Not that that's, well, maybe that was the wrong thing to say, but no, I'll take that caveat off. If you were going to get one more thing to go to your collection, make it something that would actually be used and not put aside as a collector's item, but actually be used, what would you get? Razor, brush, soap, stone, what would you get? I'm just asking. I am starting to wind down, getting a little tired. Had a little block there that landed on the tang, and I need to be careful not to let it get dragged into the pin. I just love this brush. It's soft, it's got backbone. It's not overstuffed with bristles, which I thought I used to like, and I still do, but this one's not quite as overstuffed, and as a consequence, you can feel the flow through of the soap through the bristles. better. Yeah, I'll do that, I think. Well, if you've made it this far, I thank you for staying with me. We're just about done. Would you look at that? I've done a 3-pass shave in just less than 40 minutes. I would call that outstanding. Outstanding indeed. A little something over here. I think I can live with that. All right, there we have it. For our equipment this evening, we used a C-MON razor, hand forged. You can see the tang on there. Just a beautiful razor, beautiful coloration on the scales, bolsters, very nice indeed. And so we'll set that aside. We use the CO Bigelow eucalyptus parasol green, if you will. And then we use the QED Manchurian Silvertip Select, QED Select Manchurian Silvertip Badger. There we go. All right. So that's our equipment. After the head shave, which I'll do off camera, and I'm just going to do the top and the very, very back of the neck. I'm going to let this go for just feeling a little tired, and I don't want to walk out of the truck stop with blood running down the back of my neck. Somehow I just don't think that would be right. We'll see you next time. Thanks.